You know what, now that we're bashing royals, what the fuck is it that the wisdom has in her left hand? I mean, it's not a fan, because royals clearly, you know, they don't fan themselves. They have slaves for those kind of things. And, I mean, there's nothing else it can be. Ah, oh dear. Right, what's going on? Cassidy, are you well, my poor little girl? Don't call me that! I'm not a little girl. It seems that I'm not a girl at all. You know... What kind of reaction is that? Her gaze sweeps the room, counting each face in turn. She does not pause when she notices my presence. Apparently my secret excursions are not so secret as I thought. That, or, you know, she's not flinching because she's used to people sneaking up. That could be a thing. We were going to tell you eventually. We only wanted to ensure you were safe. Really? Really, though? That seems quite far-fetched. That's something you tell when you've been found out. If everything had gone as we'd planned, if this event had run smoothly, you would have been protected. No, you wouldn't. How was this supposed to protect me? Once you had been seen and admired by these assembled princes, who would dare gainsay them? Even if some rumour escaped in the future, those who knew you would deny it. That doesn't sound like you're protecting her at all. That just sounds like you're hiding the truth. No prince would wish to admit that he has been fooled. And once you were married... Married? Like this? Once you were wedded, your husband could not reject you. You would be safe. Oh, that's nice of him. So they were aiming for a surprise on the honeymoon. Oh, that's not what you'd like to flip over and find out. Be like a drunken night in Bangkok. Ugh. Be that as it may, your illumination, it seems a cruel thing to change a son into a daughter for your own purposes. It was what he wanted. What who wanted? King Croatia, damn you. Oh. Then. Alright, that threw me off the scent somewhat. What? I did it for him, for her. Caspian's body was male, but his heart was always female. Yeah, we have some of these people around nowadays. Yeah, I don't think they also get as angry and, you know, hidden from. That's ridiculous! You were so young. You don't remember how he begged to be allowed dresses and dolls. He wanted to be a girl, always. And when we finally made that choice, Cassidy was happier than Caspian had ever been. A convenient fiction to cover the choices you made to protect your own succession. Yeah, fiction, damn you. You could not accept the infant Cassidy's death, so you murdered my brother to create from him a new heir. I think you might be wrong here, Callum. Cassidy's death, you mean? You don't know? Caspian was my last child. What? That is not possible. That baby was born before you took Caspian away. I remember the presentation. There was a baby, but she was not mine. Damn, you mean King Croatia managed to get out of the room in order to shag someone else? Fair play to him. When we decided to let Caspian become Cassidy, it was far too late to claim that we had been mistaken all along. Nor could a toddling child be passed off as a newborn infant. A maid in my service was great with child. Yes, many maids are great with child. She agreed to let that infant to be known from a time as my daughter. That's it? Another lie? There never was any Princess Cassidy. You are Cassidy. The only Cassidy there ever was. You always have been. I'm sorry that you found out like this. I should have told you years ago. But I was afraid. You have always been such a good girl. Kind, honest and caring. Everything I could want in my heir. I was afraid that if you knew the truth, you might insist on standing aside or telling your suitors. Well, of course I have to tell them. There is no reason for them to know. Don't you understand? If any hint of this were to escape before you are safely married, you would be killed. I will not let that happen. You're my little girl. I have to protect you whatever it takes. I'm so fucking confused at this point. Callum lets out a breath... A what? A breath half sigh and half laughter. how any thought can be so right and so wrong at the same time. I understand your concerns, but it would not be wrong. It would be wrong for me to marry under false pretenses. Yeah, probably. How could any man love me if I lied to him about something like that? My darling, you hold the wisdom to guide this kingdom. It is your duty, and it is mine to prepare you. Your husband should be chosen for his ability to be a great king. The rest is secondary. Yeah, learn with the time, Cassidy, and stop, letting others around you fall in love with unicorns. You'll learn more about life. If you choose wisely, your husband will forgive you for your omission in time. I know about that. I mean, the internet wasn't around in those days. He couldn't go to a message board and complain about life. There are many things I regret about the decision I made so long ago. I have brought pain to all of you, I know. But I believed it was necessary in order to preserve my daughter's life. I will never be ashamed of that. And now she turns to regard me. Miss Valois, we used you to divert suspicion, knowing that you did not deserve the consequences. Oh, thanks. Well, I mean, admitting something like that and putting my life into hell, as long as you admit it, that's okay. I am sorry, especially now that it has been made clear how much you did to protect my daughter. Croatia planned a proclamation to restore your honor, but I was waiting until it was time for you to leave. I doubt this is true, but sure. I hoped to have you safely out of Gwelinor before you could uncover the truth. And you, Callum, don't apologise to me. You don't even know me. Oh, what an emo thing to say. I've looked away from you for too long. In my mind, you're still a brave little boy. He's taller than you. I can't condone the things you've done. You've twisted order to suit your desires. But I loved Caspian, and Cassidy is my sister. I won't let anyone harm her. That far, at least, we can be allies. Bollocks, I forgot to call Cassidy Trap. Bollocks! A moment of silence stretches into tension, broken only when Princess Trap, got it right that time, clears her throat. There is something else that we should discuss. Yes, genitalia. The birds and the bees. Or is it not that? Oh, okay. It doesn't appear to be that. Oh, an epilogue? It's ended. Oh, I feel so emotional. Right, let's get my emotional voice on. While Croatian Paloma's plan had more than its share of flaws, in the end, Cassidy's anniversary celebration was a success. Entertainment and excitement, if a bit more than planned, was had by all. The princess was introduced to a wider social sphere and found to be acceptable. There were no further interruptions by thieves, kidnappers or assassinations, and all the guests departed safely, all except for me. Where's Oscar in this? Oh dear. Emphasizing the fragility of her position, Princess Trap convinced her royal parents that she needed agents she could rely on absolutely. And who better to manage the new responsibilities of the royal intelligence than her brother, Prince Callum? Of course, to provide a stable foundation for such role, he would need to be married, but that could be arranged. I can't believe what an enormous... I was wondering where she was going with that. Production your father is making out of this. At least you don't have to foot the bill. There we are. Marriage. Yay, and a dove of... Love? Really? Doves are used for love? I thought they were peace, personally. That just goes to show how unromantic I am. Also, I can't help noticing that Callum's eyebrows/eyelashes go through his hair, which is quite interesting. When I think of what I could do with that much gold, there are so many upgrades we still need to make. Your workshop especially. Do you really need quite so many pins and gears? Now, you don't want me to build that extended mirror. Then at least you won't be using it to spy on me. Perhaps I should request more funds for a lavish honeymoon. We could draw up plans tonight. We're not going to Wales. No! No threesome with sheep. We know what you're up to, Wales. We've seen it. Tonight, I expect you to have no attention for anything else but me. Oh, God. What an incredibly, stirring thing to say. ... that just says it all. A fairy tale wedding to a man who truly understands me. Ugh, all these emotions. Ugh! There are few in the world who are so lucky. The guests smile and cheer as our hands meet. Prince Oscar cannot be here today, although he has sent me wedding presents in his name. It is too soon since his last visit, and my new rank too unimportant to be worth the breach. Wow, I just ditch him off to a side. Still, I expect I will be seeing him again soon enough, as he is courting my new sister, Princess Trap. Wow, not only did we ditch him, we fucked him over properly. Ah, no one wants that, do they? Perhaps in the future Oscar will truly be my brother. And he fancies me. I can't think that's weird. Also, why are they... I'm just looking at them. Their jewels look like something it's made out of the Wii. Whatever happens, Callum and I will work for the security of Gwelinor together. Happy end. I assume the sad end, you end up like dead and whatnot. Damn. That's Dolores. Well then, prior to this, I did send a tweet to Hanukkah Games, which you can see on the screen right about now. My name's ChrisTenarium. Thank you very much for watching The Royal Trap. If you've come this far, please do subscribe. It would mean a lot. Goodbye.